We will talk about the new technique for the split and merge again. So in this case, we also want to group by the two columns. So last time we used a trick to merge the two columns together, and then we can have a new column and then we group by that column. But this one we can actually specify the two columns that we want to merge and then we use the same templates. But in this case, I will show you a trick that we don't need to use the many template function, and then we just use the same function in here for any arrangement, but then we need to specify the name, the tag in here as well. So for example, in this case, if we specify the left is the market, and then the tag become the market, and the tag 2 become the segment, and the tag 3 will be now. So we don't use this one. The same thing with this one also, market and then payment tag 2. But then in this case, we have the 3, and then this tag 3 become the payment. Okay, so this is the flexible template for us to use the three column to group, and then also uh, we can share the same template as well. So in this case, if you use this function, and then you only need tag 1 and tag 2, but then in this function you can just you need to use 3 of them. Let me run the workflow first and then show you the result. Okay, so this is the input table, and then if you group by 2, and then you can see here the two columns, and then you see the template coming out like this, ABC. So in this case, because there are only two columns, two grouping columns, so you can see L1 and L2, the same as the second part, and then you have the market and payment. So you can see here the market, Indonesia, Malaysia, and then the payment, cash or master or visa. Okay, but then the last one, in here you can see actually there are three of them, all three, market, segment, and payment. And then you can see here also the group, the three columns at the same time. So let me emphasize this if function. So if the last tag is 0, it will use this template. As a result, you have only L1 and L2 in here, like this one, L1 and L2, and then the last three will be the same, because the last three in this case, the statistical values we want to or the boxing values we want to use, it is a mean and the max and the min, like this. And then um, the rest will, the only difference is the in the case of three columns, so three grouping columns, then you have the uh, you have one more tagging values here. So tag 3 will be used in here. Okay, so that's the idea of this workflow. So you can use the different split and merge function, but then you can share the same template, and then you can also enter the template, enter the column name as well. Okay, so the there's a few things here. The first thing I need to uh, to cleans up is just, you can see here the function name, the title, sorry, is the title. We can share the same title. So instead of like repeat ourselves like this, we just use the common title here. So I will use the title in here, and then I just use this function for I use this title for both. Okay, so it will be easier for us. We don't have to when we change the label, we don't have to change like everywhere. We just want we just need to change in this place, and then TT in here, and then TT in here. So that's the first thing I need to show you. The second thing is actually we can add more values for the template. So for example, if I want V4, which is the sum of all the amount for the group, or V5, which is the row count the number of row in the group for its group X, then I can actually update the template. Okay, so now if I introduce another column E, CD, which is the V4, and then E, which is V5, and then we have a new template. Now let me run this one first, and then you know that there's inconsistent here, right? So let me show you the inconsistent, and then you understand the template more. Okay, so you can see here, mm, when you group by two columns, this one will run, and then you have the column D and E. So D will be the sum, and then E will be the number of rows, and in this case 12 rows in total for 12 months, I think. Oh no, no. Okay, so let us see the how the row count happen in the second. Now, before moving to the row count check, you need to see this one has only three. Okay, so ABC only, and then because of this, so you see here ABC only for the case of three grouping columns, but then in both mm, the market segment and market payment, you can have one, two, three, four, five rows. Okay, so that's why that's because you are not consistent. We are not consistent in this case, and then I need to update this one a little bit in order to make sure that we are consistent in two templates. So I will copy this one in here, and then I just copy this row to this row, and then we can see now they are the same. Okay, so the thing is, we actually have the two templates, not one. In this case, they share the same thing. They share some similar thing, but then they're not the same. And then we have to maintain the two of them. So whenever you update this one, you have to update this one accordingly. Otherwise, they won't. They will give you the two views with the different templates. Okay, so and there you go. So you have 12 in this case. So I'm a little bit suspicious about this guy. How come there are 12 everywhere? So I need to check why that this is the case. Um, and let us go back to the result here, and then we see why do we have 12 in this case. So I think the 12 is for the values that the 12 is suspicious because I if I split this one, and then this one and this one is supposed to give me uh, the number of row in FY in here, which is 3. So I expect 3 instead of 12. And then this one, I think there's something wrong with the function, and I want to know why. Okay, so if I change this one to n number of column, and then I see. Okay, so number of column is 5, which is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. but then the number of row, I will a little bit skeptical about that. Um, so let me add one more. Uh, so this is the trick I will show you how to to deal with this situation. So I will add a column called void one, void, and then x. So this one is just and another column called void 2, and then also x as well. So this will give us the total of 5 and then 2. Okay, let me run this one first and then I explain. It will be easier for you. Okay, you can see here there's a new column here, void and void 2. They are the same at at the moment because I just want to insert the dummy values in this case. I will replace this one with the void. So this is the trick I want to test, and then I change this one back to the number row. Okay. Okay, so now I can trust this number. So the 12 is possible because when I uh, change this one to the void here, it will give me uh, uh, the total number of rows for each group in like this. So if I change this one again to void again, it's supposed to give me the total number of column number of rows in this. Okay, let me print the number row in the original or in the input. Okay, so if I group like this, it will give me. So this one give me 240 in total. So this is all the number of row I have, and this case because I collapse this table to avoid, so it's supposed to give me back the 240, which is correct. Okay, so now I trust my result already, and now I can move it back to market and then segment in here. Okay, so okay, so now I after I give this row count in here, and I'm a little bit skeptical about my method, and then I have to do something. So it just so happened that I don't mean to introduce these techniques for today, but it just so happened that I'm a little bit skeptical about my method, and then I show you the way to check or to clear your doubt in our script. So in different computing environments, for example, like in DAX and then in Alteryx, you have to use the different method. But in this case, it's just like to make a dummy column, and then you group by that column, and then you're supposed to see the total. Okay, so I will make number 6 here, which is the number of column for X, and then I want to uh, in, introduce V6 in here, and then also the same thing in here. Actually, if you want to synchronize the content, you can just copy the whole thing in here, and then they will be the same. And then you get this. See, this is the number of columns and number of rows for this um, for each group. Okay, so in this case, all the group will be the same in terms of rows and column. The nu- the total, of course, the total will be different, but the number of rows and number of column will be the same. Okay, so you can change this one to if you think that E and F is very difficult to read, you can change this one to number of row and number of column, and then you can copy this one from here to here as well. And then after this, you can see uh, it will be easier for you to read. That's it. The result will be the same, but then it will be easier for you to read. Okay, so that's all for this video, guys. I just want to introduce another way to perform split and merge in order to compute group measures consistently across all the statements or all the tables or all the groupings.